Welcome back to a new Sabbathschool presentation. I'm Michelle and I'm with my sister
Michaela, and today we're on a show of triple M's. Our theme is God's purpose.
Today we'll be looking at Moses from Egypt.
He had two siblings. Those two siblings were Aaron and Miriam. Oh, how do you say it?
Miriam.
Oh.
This is the same Miriam who protected Moses by putting him in a basket.
That basket, it was placed in the river now.
Ooh.
I know, right? Let's go on. Moses was taught by the Egyptians and he became like them. One day he was so pained by the way his people were treated to a point where he killed the Egyptian soldier with anger. After he saw an Israelite being tortured,
he felt so guilty and ran away. And he rested at a place called Midian. That's where he married Zipporah, whose father was Jethro.
He lived there for 40 years with his in-laws.
Now the time came for Israel to be delivered from the Egyptians. As Moses was in the bush one day, a strange fire appeared in the bush. The bush did not burn away, for it was God himself who was in that burning bush.
God told Moses to remove his shoes because where he was standing, it was holy ground. Then God told him to go and deliver the children of Israel.
God assured Moses of his presence.
Moses was in doubt. Then God assured him again of his presence by turning Moses' staff into a snake and back again into a staff. Moses was assured. He went to Pharaoh with Aaron to help him and told the Egyptian ruler to let Israel go. Let Israel go. But Pharaoh refused.
Then Moses had to prove that indeed God sent him by throwing his staff on the ground. It turned once again into a snake. Pharaoh's magicians also did the same thing, but those were swallowed by Moses' snake and it went back to being a staff again.
There was horror in the Pharaoh's court. But this didn't move the Pharaoh. He still refused to let them go.
Then Moses pronounced a number of plagues that will hurt the Egyptian land. If Pharaoh continued to refuse to let the Israelites go,
Pharaoh being so stubborn, he didn't care. But he was hit hard when the last plague, listen to this, the last plague hits the firstborns of those whose doors were not painted with blood. Guess what? The blood of the lamb. He relented and he let the Israelites go.
take your people and go. The Israelites spent 40 years on the journey to the promised land. A journey that usually takes 2 weeks. God planned it that way. He was perfecting his children so that they can obey him more.
Some made it, but some didn't. How sad is that? Some were killed by the plagues, and even some gave up on the journey. The Israelites were so blessed because God was with them. as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, keeping everyone warm.
At last, they arrived at the Red Sea. God told Moses to raise his staff over the Red Sea. The waters miraculously parted, and there was dry land.
That's so cool!
The Israelites walked through and made it to the other side.
Meanwhile, Pharaoh was displeased. He changed his mind and immediately sent his soldiers to capture the Israelites. The Egyptian soldiers even followed the Israelites into the seas. Before they knew it, they drowned. Moses, instructed by God, has raised his staff over the Red Sea. And suddenly those massive waters came crashing down. And the Egyptian soldiers were never seen again.
The Israelites praised God and lifted him up.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
For he had delivered them from the hand of the enemy.
Yay!
While the Israelites made it to the promised land, Moses, unfortunately, did not make it.
Why did he not make it?
Maybe we have an answer.
Maybe he felt ill.
He died on Mount Horeb after a long meeting with God. It was on the mountain that God took Moses to heaven. God had achieved his divine purpose with Moses, and the Israelites were saved.
So you see, guys, sometimes you think you know what's best for yourself, but sometimes you don't. But God knows everything about us. He knows our weakness and our strength.
He does?
Yes, he does. He's the one who created this whole world. And he created us. We wouldn't have not been there if God wasn't here for us. And God would love to show us his way. Sometimes it just looks hard. Others give up along the whole way. But remember, when God designs a purpose for us, as he did for the Israelites, he has already won.
All we have to do is trust God and never doubt him. He will always lead us to where we should be, according to God's plan.
Until next time, ciao!